What's up, witches? Welcome to your Tarot 1 card reading. This is just a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your card today is the Empress. This is a major arcana card. And a major arcana, it always indicates an important event, category, or just an important month or time in your life. Your focus is on your feelings, your emotions, like your inner voice, your intuition. You want to connect with people, but you're not really active right now. You just feel like being rather than doing. You're kind of disconnected because something seems to be missing or lacking in your life. You want to find something creative or meaningful, something that's fulfilling for you to do, but you just can't figure out what that is. And also, like in the love department, you really long for love and affection, and you want a lot of expression. You want to express the things that are in your heart, but you're not content with just a fake surface lover. You know, you need to have some connection there. You don't want just some like fly-by-night, one-night stand kind of thing. Keep your eyes open, though, because you could be surprised by a sudden flirtation or a romantic possibility. But also, it could kind of be like a strain communicating with some people because you feel a little bit like scattered or intolerant, and you may be a little bit critical of yourself or of others. But this also motivates you to get your intentions clear. And to get your intentions clear, you might even take action to do so. You want to, I don't know, you feel like taking it easy. You might want to be outdoors, you want to travel, you could possibly even want to move. But if you considered moving to a new location or possibly living with someone else, you're not going to go through with it right now because the timing just isn't right for you. You could travel like for pleasure, or you could also be discussing some kind of property to buy, rent. You could possibly, purchase a new home. If there's anything connected with like papers, you could have problems with it. So don't gloss over documents. Read them very carefully. Read the fine print. You may possibly even need to get someone else's advice on this. And you've been trying to put work off for a while because you don't really feel like business. You feel more like relaxing. You want to postpone like your appointments for a later time. You've also been thinking a lot about your relationships with others, and you've been really trying to sort out your feelings. And you've been troubled and out of sorts because, like I said before, you want to create something, but you just don't know what. And so you feel kind of unruly and discordant right now. But you will find peace and comfort and possible inspiration if you go for a walk in nature. Take like little small pleasure trips. You might get some inspiration from that. But listen to your intuition. Get in touch with your feelings because something inside is trying to tell you something. Now, this again looks like a sale of a home, and if it's not your home, your relatives could be concerned with the sale of or the purchase of a house, or it could be just some kind of real estate adventure. I'm not sure, but it's geared toward a house. With your physical body, your upper back could be bothering you. So take a rest. If you can take a vacation, that would do wonders. Just like try to get in touch with your body. You know what it wants or needs. There could be a postponement or a delay concerning your finances. The money will come, but you might have to wait a little bit. You've been, like I said, just kind of trying to figure things out, but in time you will intuitively sort things out and come to the conclusion that it's just better not to give any of your problems more thought or attention. Just like, try and I know it's easier said than done, but try to keep it out of your mind and, you know, hang out with your friends, you know, try and take your mind off of it. Try to enjoy yourself a little bit. And, like, speaking of friends, when it comes to one in particular, it seems that you're not saying what you really want to say. You're not, like, expressing the things that you really feel. And you might not even be doing what you really want to do. This is indicating female friends. So, I don't know about that. You might want to watch out for that. If you plan to get together with somebody, your plans could be canceled or delayed for now. Communicating with other people is just such a strain for you lately, and you've been frustrated because you feel like you're in a kind of a holding pattern, and you feel like you're unable to make the kind of changes that you want to see happen in your life. But just hold tight, because you're going to find inspiration. It's just right now it's making you unhappy because you're not able to manifest, like, the things of your heart, like your heart's desires. But you're going to have some new beginnings. You're going to make a very important connection with someone. And though it's only going to be like in the beginning stages of this, gears are going to be set in motion for something. You could give somebody a gift, like in appreciation for something that they did for you, or in exchange for like a service that they provided for you, or one could be given to you. If you want to be successful, it's really going to come through a positive change in your attitude, and really trust your intuitive resources. Trust your inner promptings. Trust your heart, you know, trust what your heart dictates. Just enjoy, like, the great outdoors, too. You really need to, like, if you have warm weather, take your shoes off and, you know, walk barefoot in the grass. Ground yourself a little bit. Luck is going to be with you in finding an emotional or a physical outlet, and this is going to resolve a lot of tensions, and it's going to ease your mind a lot. You're going to be very thankful for healing of your emotional-ish. But this is not a time to think, act, or do. You are already very overloaded, and any mental pursuits aren't going to give you what you need. Just further attempts to follow your intellect or reasoning mind, it's only going to cause frustration or lead you astray. So really, you've got to listen to your gut. Even if your mind says, no, that's not right, trust your intuition. You really need to. Because right now, you're like in a reorientation period. Like, if you've neglected to heed your feelings or your intuitive faculties, you're going to be prevented from utilizing your intellectual resources until your balance is restored. Your thought must learn to unite with your feeling. And in this case, right now, your feelings need to lead. So heed the feelings and the instincts, not your intellect, and learn to trust your feelings. And finally, you can expect some delays or postponements, but there is always a promise of future success. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and thanks again. Blessed be.